To all the citizens that's out there trying to get in the way of ICE agents' business, let this be a message. Stay out the way. What's up? Welcome back to Believe It or Not. I'm your girl Tiffany. I have a video for you. Everybody knows what's going on in Minneapolis and now in Portland, Oregon, okay? ICE agents is out there trying to do their federal job and regular citizens is getting in the way. I blame local law enforcement. You guys need to be backing these ICE agents up so this tragedy won't ever happen again. But before we get into this video, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you can be notified of all the news and entertainment and everything that happens here on Believe It or Not. So let's get into these videos.
No!
This could have been prevented. She should have turned off the damn car and got out. The lady that's yelling, supposed to have been her girlfriend. What you should have been doing was yelling at her to get the hell out of the damn car, okay? This is what happens when these anti-ICE protesters get in the way of federal business, okay? Y'all are trying to prevent something that's already going to happen no matter what, okay? They're just out there doing what they was told to do. Mind you, this young man has already went through an ordeal like this already with anti-ICE protesters, okay? He was drugged by a car. He was hospitalized. So he's already afraid of this type of thing that may take his life or happen again. And if you see somebody charging at you, what would you do? Okay? And then this is police giving you an order. Okay? And if you don't follow their order and you're putting their lives in danger, what else do you think is going to happen? This was a tragedy, the lady, for her losing her life. But when you play dumb games, you get dumb prizes. And I'm not trying to be, heartless, but at this time, people, when you see ISIS coming to do their job, you need to stay the hell out the way. Stop trying to be Superman or Superwoman thinking that you're going to change anything. No. Go home and let these ICE agents do their damn job, okay? And we got a young lady. The next video, we have another lady. She was a bystander. She lived in a neighborhood and she heard sounds and stuff and she looked out the window to see what was going on. So, let's get her perspective of it. She doesn't look like that, she's a Republican or anything. She looks like, a support of the lady, but she actually tells the truth of what the lady was doing. So let's look.
Up to some commotion, I heard some whistles going on out front, so I came downstairs to see what was going on. Wasn't even dressed, and there was a car, the Honda Pilot that's crashed over there now. There's a car blocking the 2 lanes of Portland traffic, and the ICE agents got out and they were saying, "Get out of here, get out of here." She was the main car leading the protest, is my understanding. I talked to another guy who was driving behind her, but she was very successful in blocking traffic. She was doing what she was set out to do, and so they wanted to get her the hell out of there. Yeah.
So it looked like she was impeding ICE vehicles.
Definitely, yeah, that was her.
And she did what she was set out to do, as the young lady described, okay? That shouldn't have happened. Why are you out there in federal business? Like, y'all come out here and then y'all attack these ICE agents for no reason. They're not tearing families apart. These are actually illegal immigrants. Most of them are criminal, okay? They're not supposed to be here. I'm going to let y'all know this. Every country has these types of rules and regulations. If you're undocumented, if you're not supposed to be here, if you snuck into their country, they're going to find you and deport your ass back to wherever the hell you belong. This is just not United States policies. This is every country that you go to. If I want to go to China right now and just go and try to live there and try to, scam off the system, you know what they're gonna do to me? They're not even gonna deport me back. They're going to put my ass in jail, and I'm gonna be over there forever in their jail just by sneaking into their country. So let's get off this tip that, Trump is tearing all families apart. No, he's doing what is already on the books. These laws has been in place since the development of the United States of America, okay? It always has been there. What Trump is doing is just enforcing it. It's nothing new, okay? This is nothing new that any other country would not do or would do, So it's like people need to stop getting in the way of the business of federal business, okay? Because it causes tragedies like this. That lady did not have to lose her life. She should have been her ass at home. If you want to make a change, go to the ballot box, okay? And do it there. Vote people in, vote people out. That's how you make a change. But to put your life in danger is very stupid, okay? But we have another breaking news, okay, out of Portland, Oregon. The ICE agents there was getting attacked. And see, this is the problem. Y'all making it to the point where they can't even do their job. Y'all inciting this violence allegedly against the ICE agents to the point where now people just don't care. Just going to, even when they see an ICE agent, they going to, you're putting these people that's trying to do their job in danger. And it's crazy. So let's get into that video and see what's going on, because allegedly they said it was the Aragra gang that, tried to run these cops over. But you got one of these people that want to come out and say different, they want to blame it on Trump, but it don't got nothing to do with Trump. These are the laws of America, okay?
Thank you, Chief Day. Good evening, Oregonians. We are standing here today united as a state, wanting peace and safety in our communities. We are all shaken.
Hold up, she said peace and safety. When these ICE agents come out, they don't come out guns blazing. They don't come out, just holding up anybody that they see. They don't do that. They're not coming with a whole, like, ooh, rah, we finna get y'all type of monster type of mentality. They're coming to do their job to arrest. They already know who they're arresting. They already know who they're looking for. They're just not pulling people off the streets. They're not breaking families apart. They're not doing any of that. So for her to say that, it's not putting the citizens in danger. You're putting these ICE agents in danger.
And outraged by another terrible, unnecessary, violent event instigated by the reckless agenda of the Trump administration. This time in our own state, in our largest city, coming just one day after the tragedy in Minnesota. While the details of the incident remain limited, one thing is very clear. When a president endorses tearing families apart and attempts to govern through fear and hate rather than shared values, you foster an environment of lawlessness and recklessness. Trust is essential to maintaining community safety and the rule of law. Federal agents at the direction of the Department of Homeland Security are shattering trust. They are hurting people and they are destroying day by day what we hold dear.
First of all, the trust was with Joe Biden and his administration. We trusted y'all to run the United States the way it's supposed to be ran, but y'all left the borders wide freaking open, and y'all let criminals and whoever else, terrorists, come into this country. So that's the part that us regular Americans are fearful at, that y'all didn't trust our laws to keep us safe. So now when Trump comes in and he has to deport all these millions of people that Biden has let in, now you want to talk about chaos? What's chaos is that you got your Portland citizens out in the street causing the chaos, throwing things, trying to run them over allegedly. And you want to call Trump a thug or causing fear and all that stuff? No, what's the fear is that most Americans have been, drugged, raped, all types of stuff with these illegals coming in. Now that he's trying, it has been many of cases that y'all know of Raking, what's her name? Riley. I'm sorry that I chopped her name up like that, but I can't think right now because I'm just so like distraught of how the media can turn this whole thing around on Trump and the ICE agents when they're not coming to cause fear or chaos. They're trying to get the illegal immigrants out of here, okay? And for Tim Walz to come in after you already denounced that you wasn't running for re-election, now you all charged up to try to jump on Trump. It's not gonna work. Y'all little theatric, theater, play out, and deception and manipulation on the American people is not gonna work, okay? In Minnesota, we clearly see that lady charging towards that officer. And he had to do what he had to do. She should have stayed her ass at home. May the Most High rest her soul. She should have been her ass at home, okay? The lady already cleared up of what her agenda was, to hold up traffic and then cause chaos, okay? And in Portland, you got a gang thinking now that everybody hates ICE agents, now they can just do whatever they want to. That is crazy. No wonder your state is under distress and is being destroyed from within. Okay? It is mind-boggling how all these Democrats could come out with rage and all this stuff, but y'all not doing nothing for y'all community. Y'all not doing nothing in your state. Tim Walz, you have let fraud and scam run rampant in Minneapolis, in Minnesota. And then you want to resign with your hands up like you clean. No, you have to answer for Congress for all those billions of dollars that you let go to people that ain't even supposed to be here. My American taxpayer money. You let them just, take. And now you want to run. No, it doesn't work like that, okay? Portland, Oregon. Y'all have gave up on that state so bad. Nobody wants to move there. Businesses are leaving the state at a rampant pace. And now y'all got this little hope of glints. Now y'all think y'all got Trump. No, we're not fooled about this, okay? And y'all should be ashamed of y'all damn self. Y'all want to spin this? Yeah, it was a terrorist attack within on the ICE agents. And that's just simple as it was. If she was at home minding her damn business, that lady will be alive today. But she got so caught up in this whirlwind of, elite, we got to protect. No. You should have stayed your ass home. And that's just the truth. And that's just my opinion. Okay? But my question to y'all is, do y'all believe this shit, how the mainstream media and Democrats is trying to turn it? Me, I believe it, okay? Because this is normal for them. They cause problems, but they have no solution. They cause problems, then they want to blame the other side. At this point, I think, and I know the Democratic Party is over. All y'all do is cause chaotic fear, deception, and manipulation. That's all y'all do. And I'm just tired of it at this point. But I'm just letting y'all know that was the video. Peace.